Hey, Coach, just looking at Grayson Allen, a career night, set a new Suns franchise record with 10 made threes. Did you consider at any point leaving him in for longer for a potential 50-piece?
No. No, not with that score. It's amazing is he's got the 9 3 times, 3 other times.
Yeah.
So his teammates knew it on the bench with the franchise. I mean, Book definitely knew he needed one more there to start the fourth, early in the fourth. So, yeah, he makes it look pretty easy. I mean, when you have that kind of range where he was shooting it from, yeah, career night, obviously, great night, very efficient night. Yeah, awesome.
Spoke on it, but I'll ask anyway. What impressed you the most about the way he shot the ball tonight?
Yeah, he just shoots it from so far away with ease. We're trying to get him to shoot more. His career numbers are, he always shoots at a high clip. We want him to take some ones where he doesn't feel quite as comfortable all the time, but we know what he shoots, we need him to shoot more. So we've tried to stress him shoot tougher ones, more contested, off the dribble, as well as get downhill, get in the paint, make plays. So, yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Awesome to see how his teammates pushed for him. Such an unassuming, quiet, well-mannered. I mean, organized. Like, he's always the adult or another adult in the room. So, yeah, it's great to see it come to fruition.
Quick follow. That second quarter was a 22-5 run. He hit 2 threes. Royce hit 2 threes. Livers did. And when you were putting together the roster, looking at it, were you thinking, okay, this is a group that can have this kind of night more consistently in terms of the spacing and the ball movement and guys? You've had situations where there's 3 or 4 guys out there that's capable of knocking down threes.
Yeah, I'm not going to take credit of putting the roster together, Dwayne, but, the roster is filled with shooting. And, again, we just have to create enough paint pressure and then move it. And when your best player moves it like he does, I know the assist numbers don't add up tonight, but a lot of times he hits the first trigger and then the next guy gets the shot. So 29 assists, 39 field goals. We're going to keep shooting them. I thought our defensive intensity there in that second quarter really picked up. I thought even from the jump, I thought our defensive intensity was really good. We were really good with our ball pressure tonight. Now it's just about maintaining it for as long as we can.
Coach, you just kind of touched on it there, but do you feel like everyone is really tied together more than you have been all year defensively?
A good question. The couple games that stand out was early in the season, where our defensive activity just wasn't good enough. I think always some of that is shot making. In LA that first time was an incredible shot making. Denver on the second night of a back-to-back. So I think overall this season, we've been a really good half-court team defensively. Transition, I think we still need to clean some of that up, but part of that's our offensive turnovers. So I think overall we've had pretty good stretches of our defense. Probably more recently we felt that it's been at a high level. Now it's just about maintaining it for 48 minutes.
Jordan, during that stretch that Dwayne was talking about, you guys had a possession where the ball just moved effortlessly. You had 10 passes, hardly any dribbles, and it ended up with a Grayson 3. But what really stood out was that unselfishness. How important is that when you have, and how hard is it when you have all these new pieces? It's not like these guys have been playing together for a while, come in, and then to be able to share the ball like that.
It was almost a shot clock violation, I think. We never want to get that deep into the shot clock. Obviously, your first trigger into action hopefully is early in the clock, and if you have the advantage, go ahead and use it. I just think with how much the defense's focus on Book, I think that we're just going to continue to look for the advantage. If it's not that first initial one, we're going to keep going. But we play with high-level shooters, high-level IQ guys. And offensively, we just try to space and make the right play. And, again, at times, Mark has to suffer at some time. Like, he's in the pick and roll. And tonight he gets one shot, so it'll be interesting to take a look at some of that. Could we have hit him a couple times? Again, we're going to still seek the rim. We have to find rim attempts. Love it to be in transition, more rim attempts. But if it's not the rim, we're going to definitely try to search for those high-quality threes. So, yeah, just an unselfish group in general.
Jordan, with players like Grayson, that you can get so many different types of usage in off the ball, in terms of off-ball movement, not always just off of pin-down variations. Do you feel like with the shot-making talent you have off of catch and shoots, this is something that can, maybe not necessarily the 10 threes, but as a team getting to the number that you did, be somewhat repeatable off of the quality you create?
Yeah, we just try to put them in closeouts, whether that's a pick and roll to the first to get you to that closeout or an off-ball screen. We just try to get you to a closeout. Grayson always has that ability to stretch the defense when he's on the floor. You can feel his gravity. But yeah, if they're going to pack the paint, we'll take the three. Again, if they're going to stay home on our shooters, hopefully we can get to the rim a little more. I did think we got to the rim at times. We get 31 free throws. That comes from our drives. So, yeah, we'll take a look. We're just trying to find a solution out there to whatever defense it is. And tonight, obviously, we've had a good shooting night. Some nights those things aren't going to fall. We're going to need some second chance points. We're going to need some rim attempts. We're going to get to the free throw line. So it makes it easy when a guy goes 10 of 15 to tell him to keep shooting. Some of that, even at the end, was on the zone. The zone, we found the threes. We found some good looks. Yeah, so whatever the defense has, we'll try to find the next solution.
Sorry if this was asked already, but Colin, only 2 minutes for him in the second half. Did he come up with anything, or is he good?
Yeah, he did have some type of back, like just stiffen up. It was actually in the first half. In the second quarter, I think with about 6 minutes left when we took him out there in the second quarter. And then as the game got to where it got to there in the third quarter, we just decided to play a little safe with them. Nothing serious. I just thought overall, like, those nights help you. When your bench plays well, I thought our bench stretch early in the second quarter really helped us. And it helps you save some minutes for those guys that have logged a lot of minutes. So, we're heading into that was the first night of a 3-4. We know what is ahead. We tried to stress that with our guys, like, let's take care of business to save some minutes. But yeah, anything like that, we just hold them out and get ready for the next one.
How do you think Nick and Oso did with the swap that you did there?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a night-to-night thing. I thought in L.A. in the second half, Nick had really good minutes. Oso's first half stint I thought was good, especially there early in that second quarter when he played with that group. We're going to try to mix and match and, again, we have a plan going into it, but we're going to feel some of that out. If Looney happened to be out there more in the end of first, beginning of the second, we're going to go with Nick. So we're going to have to feel some of that out. We need everyone.
And with the back-to-back up next, do you expect Mark to still sit for one of those two, or is he improving in there?
I think that's why some of these nights are good, just to see how he comes out of it. Obviously, you look at his schedule and you see a 3-4. Again, we have a plan, but that plan can be adjusted based on how he comes out of tonight. So, yeah, we'll take a look.
Coach, speaking of that second quarter, I mean, it was a 25-8 run, but Grayson, it feels like throughout this entire season has been more of a playmaker, sort of leading that second unit. Have you seen him as a playmaker? How have you seen that sort of help him when it comes to scoring and getting downhill and getting easier looks?
He's one of those guys that can get downhill, and I don't think we quite had all that planned early in the season. But Jalen comes back. Who was going to lead that second unit? Now it's Grayson and Colin. That just shows how high level these guys are. Literally very few practice reps, back into that same role. He's able to flip the switch, and probably a lot of that was his other guys making plays. You get 15 threes up a lot at that time. A lot of those are catch and shoot. So we have multiple guys that can do multiple things, which makes things a lot easier. Good. Thank you all.